2NURFM News. For our sponsor, Tile Warehouse Warners Bay. Open 7 days for your convenience.
It's 2 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Belinda De Lasheras with 2NURFM Hunter News. Walking and cycling could be about to become Newcastle's new trendsetters under a plan to reduce the residential speed limit to 40 kilometres an hour. The proposal forms part of Council's Transport Blueprint, which has also set a target to increase public transport usage to 20% by 2016. Chairman of the Pedestrian Council of Australia, Harold Scrooby, says both minimising and slowing down traffic will encourage people to find an alternative means of transport.
Everything prospers when people walk. Your health gets better, the air gets better. You don't have so much traffic congestion. Walking is the answer to most of the big city problems. You've only got to compare places like Los Angeles with New York and you can see the result.
Meanwhile, NRMA President Carl Loades says while the option of a reduced speed limit requires more thorough investigation, he doesn't expect the move would have any negative impact on Newcastle's CBD.
NRMA needs to understand exactly what locations that the council is looking at. When you've got areas in suburbs like that have school zones or shopping centres, certainly we need to see less speeds around those zones, which recognises more pedestrians being around.
A new sexual health outreach clinic has opened in Maitland and is set to provide free screenings for young people. The clinic, co-located alongside mental health organisation Headspace, will provide free sexual transmission testing for those aged between 12 and 25. But patients won't need to hold a Medicare card or be a client of Headspace to attend. Hunter New England Health Nurse Manager Glenda Entwistle says the facility will focus on free chlamydia screening.
Chlamydia is known to be a silent infection because approximately 50% of men and 75% of women actually have no symptoms. I think the message is that sometimes people aren't aware that they have got an infection, and the aim is to test and treat people who are positive, and that helps reduce the incidence in our community.
New housing figures have indicated Gilliston Heights and Edgeworth are the most popular purchasing hotspots with first home buyers in the Hunter. First home buyers across the region saw more than $12 million in government assistance over the last financial year, with Rutherford alone receiving 87 state government grants worth nearly $1.3 million. Chairman of Real Estate Institute New South Wales Hunter Division, Wayne Stewart, says buyers should stay informed about the market.
Getting into the property market is a primary goal for any person of any age. So I think probably research the area that you need to go into, look seriously at a savings pattern, and look at opportunities that are there.
Mayfield Pool has been opened to the public today in time for the start of the warm season, despite initial plans for a weekend opening falling through on the back of water quality concerns. Pools at Stockton, Wallsend and Beresfield opened over the weekend, while Lambton Swimming Pool is now also open for business. A joint operation between Lake Macquarie's local area command and the New South Wales Forest Corporation has targeted those with unregistered trail bikes and unlicensed riders. About 12 vehicles were stopped within the perimeters of the Wattagans State Forest and Wattagans National Park, with every rider and driver found to be complying with licensing and registration laws. Senior Constable Sue Thompson says police were focused on 3 areas.
Police have been pleased with the attitude of motorcycle riders following an operation targeting the use of unregistered trail bikes in the Lake Macquarie area yesterday. Specific police trail bike riders were used during the operation and conducted patrols of the main fire trails to detect those using unregistered trail bikes, unlicensed riders and the illegal dumping of rubbish.
Hunter consumer sentiment has improved according to the latest figures from the Housing Industry Association. Approvals for residential buildings are up 13% across the region, with a 67% rise in apartments and townhouses. HIA Executive Director Craig Genion says Lake Macquarie has overtaken Maitland for the most home building approvals.
Lake Macquarie's always been a very popular area. Obviously, you're very close to the freeway. You've got the lake and recreation, and also, like a lot of areas in the Hunter, not a lot of travel time if you have to travel into Newcastle or down to the Central Coast for work. It's a very central location that has the right aesthetics for many people.
In finance, the All Ords is down 58 points at 53.79, and $1 Australian is buying 89.45 US cents. Updating sport, the Newcastle Knights are considering offering embattled prop Russell Packer a chance at redemption once he's released from jail. The 24-year-old is serving out a 12-month sentence after pleading guilty to assaulting a stranger in an alcohol-fuelled rage in Sydney in January. Coach Rick Stone is prepared to give him another shot, provided he's re-registered with the NRL, while former coach Wayne Bennett is angling to take Packer with him to the Broncos. Cessnock are preparing to welcome three-time real NRL premiership-winning Western Suburbs coach Craig Miller into their ranks next season. It comes after he helped the Rosellas elude the goannas of a grand final win once again with a 22-8 victory in the decider. Cessnock skipper Riley Brown says his arrival will be a boost for the side's premiership ambitions.
It's going to be a good opportunity for Cessnock and all the younger boys and probably the senior blokes too, so looking forward for him coming over.
And Norths have trumped Souths in the Hunter Men's Coast Premier League hockey, taking out the grand final 3-1. 2 NURFM News Time is coming up to 2:06.